Hi there, we've got a TOPPS Premier Club binder video. There isn't actually an official binder or checklist or too much information about this set. They were released a couple of weeks ago. They cost £3 per pack. Obviously in some of the packs, obviously the reason they're so expensive, in some of the packs you can get signed cards, shirt worn cards and printing plates. Obviously that makes the collection a bit more desirable. So we'll just have a look at some of the cards we've managed to collect so far. Obviously we'll start with Bournemouth. They've got Borups, Franks and Daniels, Sermon, Arter, Pugh and Wilson. And then for Arsenal we've got Cech, Bellerin, Koscielny, Ozil, Ramsey, Cazorla and Giroud. You can see obviously on the back of the cards you've got lots of information about the players, their height, weight, where they were born, and some information about their career, appearances, and just some interesting information about each player. We won't go through obviously all the details of that because otherwise this video is going to take about 3 hours, but we'll just tell you the information about the players and who they are. And obviously if you collect the set you can obviously check out the information on the back. Obviously that's something different to Match Attacks, and obviously why they're Premier, obviously premium card. And then for Aston Villa we've got Guzan, Lescott, Amarvi and Gunnar. And then we've got Grealish, Bakuna, Ayew and Agbonlahor. And then for Chelsea we've got Courtois, Azpilicueta, Zuma, Ivanovic and Matic, Fabregas and Pedro. For Crystal Palace we've got Hennessy, and then we've got Dan, Ord, Belassi, Cabaye, Punchin and Zaha, and Dwight Gale. For Everton we've got Howard, Coleman, Stones, Baines and Barkley, Cleverley, Lennon and Delafeu. For Leicester we've got Schmeichel, Fuchs and Huth, Kante, Morris and Schlupp and Ulloa. And then we've got for Liverpool Mignolet and Skirtle, Klein, Sacco and Milner, Firmino and Sturridge. For Man United we've got Hart, Otamendi, Kolarov and Toure, and also De Bruyne, Silva and Sterling. For Man United we've got De Gea, Darmian and Smalling, and then Blind, Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger, and also Mata and Martial. For Newcastle we've got Tim Krul, Janmat, Colback and Sissoko, Shelvey, Wijnaldum and Perez, and also Mitrovic. For Norwich we've got Ruddy and Olsen, Song, Brady and Houlihan, Jarvis, Redmond and Mbakani. For Southampton we've got Fraser Forster, Van Dijk and Bertrand, Wanyama, Ward-Prowse and Tadic, Mane and Rodriguez. For Stoke we've got Jack Butland, Glenn Johnson, Peters and Adam, Afellay, Arnautovic and Youth. For Sunderland we've got Manoni, Kabul and Van Arnholt, and Villa, Larson and Catamol, and Watmore and Lens. And then for Swansea we've got Fabianski, Fernandez, Taylor and Song Young, and also Montero, Sigurdsson and Routledge. For Tottenham we've got Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Dyer, Lamella, Ali, Ericsson and Jai and Son. For Watford we've got Neom, Prodal and Anya, and Capoue, Barami and Watson. And for West Brom we've got Foster, Macaulay, Evans, Morrison, Brunt and McLean, Lambert and Bertrand, and finally for West Ham we've got Adrian, Ogbonna, Reed, Creswell, Kayati, Lanzini and Carroll. And then we've got captain cards, we've got Elphick, Arteta and Richards, Terry, Jedinak, Jagielka, Morgan, Henderson, Company, Rooney, Colaccini and Martin, Font, Shawcross and O'Shea, Williams, Lloris and Deeney. And then we've got Darren Fletcher and Mark Noble. And then we've got superstars. We've got Matt Ritchie, Sanchez, Hazard, Vardy, Coutinho, Aguero, Shaqiri, Ayew, Gomez and Payet. And we've got star strikers. We've got Glenn Murray, Theo Walcott and Gusted, Costa, Wickham and Lukaku, Okazaki, Benteke and Bonney, Depay, Cisse and Jerome, Pella, Bojan and Defoe, Gomes, Kane, Igalo and Rondon and Sacco. Then we'll move on to sort of the best parts of this collection. You can see we've got player worn shirts there. We've got, obviously we start there with the Ivanovich's home and away for each player. Obviously we've got the home kit and the away kit. These are actually numbered. They're sort of limited editions. You can see if we turn this round, the numbers on the back. Some of them there are 400, others 265, and there are a couple of players with slightly different numbers. But obviously you can see, so you know exactly how many there are in the collection. They've limited them to a certain number, and obviously each individual card has a separate reference number. Then we've got John Stones for Everton with the home and away cards. And then we've got Holebas for Watford, obviously in the home kit and away kit. And then we've got Sigurdsson. There's actually 3 variations of this set. And you can see we've got player worn shirt in the home kit, we've got match worn shirt in the home kit, and then player worn shirt for the away kit. You can see this one's completely gold. The only thing I can think that is, it probably must have been part of the number on the back of the shirt. And obviously we've got black and green variations there, which is nice for the collection. And we've got Jerome, home and away. Basson, home and away. James Milner, home and away. Daniel Sturridge, home and away. Aaron Lennon, home kit and away kit. Then we've got Walters, home and away. And obviously some interesting bits here. You can see a couple of those have obviously got part of the sponsor's logo, which again is a nice variation. And again on the home kit you've got a red section there and a white section again, which is good as a variation for the set. We've got Cleverley, home and away. We've got Speroni, home kit and away kit. And again here we've got a nice section of what either looks like the sponsor's logo or again some sort of writing on the shirt. Then we've got Luke Shaw at home. We're still missing the away kit, but obviously working on that, so hopefully get that sometime soon. Then we've got Loftus Cheek for Crystal Palace, home and away. For Chelsea, home and away. And then we've got Tompkins away, so obviously we're missing the home kit for him. And then we've got another cool part of this collection. We've got some official signed cards. Again, these are limited in number, so we've got Colback, Lennon, Dyer, another Dyer, Sidwell, Basson, Tompkins, and another Dyer. And then we've got Holobas and Basson again, Yoshida and Ivanovic and Milner. And again, the final section of this card is you get the printing plates can actually be found in the lucky packs as well. We've got a De Bruyne, a Reed, a Lamella, Yaya Toure, Dwight Gale and a Kante for Leicester. On the back, these are actually limited editions to 1 of 1. There's 4 different variations. There's yellow, black, magenta, and another colour that escapes me. But obviously there's 4 of these, well, 1 of each colour, so 4 for each card in the collection. So these are pretty rare cards and pretty cool cards. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and obviously if anyone's got anything that they think we might be interested, please let us know, and keep checking out the videos.